Hi guys, it's Robin again. 2 days ago, I put out a word about Daniel. I would like to go back over and talk about Daniel in the lion's den, and some of it I will be reading from the King James version of the Bible. But King Darius was over the kingdom, and he had 120 princes. And then there were also, over those were 3 presidents. And Daniel was the first. And these presidents and princes were jealous of him. And so they set out to try to find fault in him, and they couldn't find anything. So they decided to attack his faith. In Daniel chapter 6, verse 7, I'm going to read a little bit. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. And 8, now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Number 9, wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Number 10, verse 10, now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God, and he did aforetime. As he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. And in 12, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, they came near before the king concerning the king's decree. And they said before the king that Daniel regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. And 16, then the king commanded that they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. 17, and a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet. And 18, the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. And then he rose early the next morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And he spake to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? And 21, then Daniel said unto the king, O king, live forever. And 22, my God hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, and they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then the king, exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. And the king commanded, and they brought these men which had accused Daniel, and they cast him into the den of lions. And then the king said, I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear for the God of Daniel. For he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. And in 27 it says, he delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. And then 28, so this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. This was all done through Daniel's faith, his immense faith for our God. We should all have this faith. But I know, and I can't remember where it's at, but all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. Glory be to God. Happy Easter.